Hello everybody, welcome to the channel and into the first part of a Tex Murphy Under a Killing Moon. For those who are unfamiliar with this game, one of the things about being a Generation X gamer is that, number one, I've played a lot of games, but I've been around for a lot of games that came out and may have been popular then, but nowadays not too many people have heard of them. And so every once in a while, what we like to do is we like to get in that way back machine, and we like to boot up one of these older games, especially when you're able to find them, because sometimes the older games you can't find. So we're heading back to, I believe, 1994. I'll have to check that, but I believe it's around that time when this came out, and Tex Murphy was a series of games. Now, technically, Under a Killing Moon is the third game in the series, because there are two older games that came out. I believe they're called the Martian Memorandum and Mean Streets. Those are the two games that came out before this. However, those games are like almost unplayable, kind of. And I'll be honest, I never played them, so I don't have a real close association with those games. Under a Killing Moon was the first Tex Murphy game that I was exposed to. They're point-and-click adventures with FMV, for those who are familiar. FMV is real-life actors being digitized and put into the game. So the graphics are a little bit rough, obviously, because the game is over 30 years old. But the fun is still there, at least for me, and I'm glad you're here taking this journey with me, so I hope you enjoy it. Yeah, let's just get right into it, shall we? I'm gonna change the name of that because I already have a file that's Tex. Yeah, there we go. Player name. Okay.
So, they found it again, have they? I thought we'd taken care of it.
The forces of evil are persistent, sir.
I'm getting too old for this. Who have we got lined up to deal with this problem?
Murphy, sir.
Oh, no, not Murphy.
Afraid so, sir.
What about Spade or Marlowe?
Dead, sir.
Isn't there anyone else?
Sorry, sir, he's next on the list.
Well, I suppose we'll have to make do. Knowing Murphy, he's going to need help. A lot of help.
I'll check the archives and get back to you, sir.
And if you're wondering, yes, that is in fact James Earl Jones.
News of the day. As the Second World War enters its final days, Allied forces are on the march. The troops of the Western Alliance are occupied with the dangerous duty of ferreting out the remaining pockets of Nazi resistance. The storming of Berlin has crushed the heart of German opposition and sent remnants of the Fuhrer's troops scurrying into the dark reaches of the Black Forest. The Germans have vowed to fight to the last man in their quest for world domination. But their days are numbered, with Adolf Hitler dead and the once dreaded SS disbanded. The Allies have exposed the workings of the Nazi war machine and found it festering with ancient blood cults, whose rituals and ceremonies are too astonishing and barbaric to detail. Allied forces will not rest until the last cult member has been revealed and captured.
No pestilence.
No pestilence has ever been so fatal or so hideous. Blood was its avatar and its seal, the redness and horror of blood.
I forgot that it did that. So this is what FMV looks like. There were a lot of games that were done like this back in the 90s. where instead of like an animated character being controlled by you, it's actually an actor doing all of the movements and whatnot, and being filmed and placed on the video, or placed in the video game. Access Software presents Under a Killing Moon. Brian Keith. Margot Kidder, Lois Lane in the original Superman movie. AD. Not that far in the future.
In the moonlight, New San Francisco sparkles like a chunk of cubic zirconium, an island of hollow beauty surrounded by a red sea of radiation. 5 million souls drowning in gamma rays. Some lucky people have a natural immunity to genetic mutation caused by the radiation. I'm one of them. Most of them live in the new city, but I don't. I live among the unlucky souls, the mutants and the destitute, and the wreckage of old San Francisco. My name's Tex Murphy. I'm a private detective. Or at least I used to be. Since my marriage hit the rocks, I haven't done much of anything. I went out tonight for the first time in a week, but all I ended up doing was spending the last of my money on a bottle of cheap bourbon. Now it's past midnight, and I'm staring out of the window of my office on the second floor of the Ritz Hotel. Just like me, the Ritz used to be something. Now it's just another grimy building in a rundown part of town. And I'm almost out of bourbon.
My God, Murphy, you look like hell. Really hit bottom, didn't you?
Oh, I usually don't look this bad. I forgot to take my Geritol this morning. So, you want a drink? I saved my first one to have with you.
No, thanks. I've been dry for 8 years now. Yep, one morning I just looked in the mirror and decided I needed to make a few lifestyle changes. Quit smoking, quit drinking. Now I'm getting out of the business. Yep, I'm gonna move to the tropics and retire in a nice secluded island with a tribe of beautiful young women.
You're getting out of the business. I guess that means the end of the world must be around the corner because you are the detective. I can't imagine you doing anything else, especially not running around an island with a bunch of nubile women in a loincloth.
Oh, I can imagine it. I've been thinking about it for years now. Yeah. You know how it is. Lonely. Underappreciated. Dangerous. I haven't had a decent night's sleep in 38 years. I tell you, I'm working on a case right now, and that's going to be my last one. Oh. Enough about me. How about you, Tex? How's life treating you? Bad as it looks?
Well, it depends. What day is it anyway today? Saturday? Well, Saturdays aren't too bad. It's normally Thursday by the time I get really suicidal. So what is it you wanted? Just come by to sprinkle a little salt into the open wounds of my pathetic life?
No, Tex, you got me all wrong. Just because you turned me in and got me suspended and humiliated me in front of my peers. You sold me out. But that's all gonna pass. See, I quit hating you for that weeks ago. Like I said, I'll be leaving soon, and I didn't want to go with any loose ends dangling there to bother me in my golden years.
Hey, don't worry about me. When you tossed me out of the agency, it was the best thing that ever happened. Digging through dumpsters and sleeping in abandoned speeders, you helped me learn a great lesson. Because no matter how bad things are, they can always get worse.
So what happened to you? I heard you were doing pretty well there for a while. Did a hell of a job on that Martian memorandum case. What's your problem? You one of those people who can't live with success? Huh?
Well, I can live with it. I'm just afraid of commitment. Now you tell me something. Why wouldn't you talk to me 15 years ago? I was a stupid kid back then. Could have tried to understand why I told the ethics board what I did. I mean, I understand now that I was out of line and I made a mistake, but why'd you cut me off like that?
Because apparently you never learned the first rule of a PI. And never, ever betray your friends. Now, friendship goes beyond blood and race and politics. You gotta find out who your friends are, then you hold on to them. They're a precious commodity to people like me and you. Now listen, before I go, I came here with a warning. I heard your name mentioned in connection with a case that I'm working on, and you stay out of it. If you don't, somebody's gonna find you floating in the bay with a hole in your head. I don't need any more strain on my conscience.
You know, frankly, I'm pretty insulted. Because I'm a pretty damn good detective, and I can take care of myself, thank you.
Just remember what I said, Tex. Got no idea what kind of people we're dealing with here. Just keep out of my way. I'll send you a postcard.
Day one, cuffing up Flemm. All right, so the setup, that was the setup
So last
for the
night,
game.
after 15 years, the colonel walks into my office. Made me take a good hard look at myself. Maybe I have hit bottom, and maybe I do look like hell. Lord knows the only exercise I've had lately is tipping the bottle and flipping cards into my hat. I gotta find some work. Contrary to what the colonel might think, I'm as good a detective as he ever was. Now I just gotta prove it. I'm gonna scare up a job today, even if it means finding somebody's lost puppy.
All right, so there's the setup that basically it's noir detective work basically in the future. I'm a down on my luck ex-PI that has basically pissed off everybody in his life, and I'm involved in a case, but I need to I need to remember what the controls are. Let's see here. That doesn't really help. Really? That doesn't give me anything for controls. I think it's the arrows, but I don't really remember. Okay, close the panel. So, hit spacebar to walk around. Ah, there we go. Oh, boy. Yeah.
Ah, the closet door. All I've ever needed was a soft felt fedora, a well-tailored overcoat, and a comfy pair of sneakers. Some people know what they like, and they stay with it.
Now the question is, yeah, the arrows don't work. WASD doesn't really work either. So it's kind of like, oh, okay. What I need to do is turn that way down. The mouse sensitivity is way too high. Low sensitivity. Otherwise, we're all gonna get sick. There we go. Yeah, that's better. Although, whoa!
This cabinet is where my old successes go to die. Nothing here but nostalgia. This cabinet is where my old successes go.
That's not one.
Nothing here.
Okay, so if I'm in this, okay, the arrows do work in terms of that, up and down. Now, there is a... okay. Shift makes you stand, like, go higher. Control makes you squat. Alright, good to know.
This here is my favorite desk drawer. As usual, it's a mess.
Anything in there? Nope.
Most of these desk drawers haven't been used for so long, I'm afraid. As usual, it's a mess. Nothing in here but a stamp. One last $10 stamp waits patiently to be licked and mailed.
A $10 stamp, but hey, I can pick it up, so...
This here is my favorite desk drawer.
Oh boy. See what happened there? I hit the mouse barely, and it took off on me.
Most of these desk drawers haven't been used. As usual, it's a mess. Most of these desk drawers haven't. As usual, it's a mess.
Some of the dialogue will get a little
Nothing
repetitive.
in here but a pen.
I will take that pen.
This is probably the only writing utensil that works in the whole office.
Yeah, but I'll take it. There's a picture of my wife.
Sylvia, my ex-wife.
Or ex-wife.
Whenever I think things can't get any worse, I think about her and how she totally screwed up my life. She's a woman who loves a man, any time. I'll never forget the day I came home early and caught her with the upholstery man.
Oh, there you are. I just got done with the chair. I'll be sending the bill to your husband.
Oh, Rudy. Let's not think about my husband right now. I was watching you upholster and you're so big and strong.
Do you really think so?
Well, yes. God, I've only known you for 10 minutes and I feel like I've known you forever. Oh, yes, look. And look at this muscle. Oh. The way you hold me, Tex never held me like this. Oh, kiss me, Rudy, and set my lips on fire.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, Tex, honey. I wasn't expecting you home so soon.
Well, duh. Obviously. Now I know why the Roto-Rooter man keeps calling and asking whether we need our plumbing checked. Well, I gotta admit, those chairs look pretty good.
Thanks. Listen, how about I don't charge you on the labor and we call it even?
Fair enough. But from here on out, Rudy, customer servicing doesn't include my wife.
See, honey? I saved you some money again. Aren't you happy?
Oh,
I married her for better or worse. Unfortunately, it never got any better.
Okay,
The Scotch Guard that Rudy's upholstering service put on my office chairs will stand up to anything. And I ought to know.
whoop. What am I looking at here? Apparently nothing.
Oh boy, mail. Oh boy, mail.
Just pick it up. The gift certificate entitles the holder to 1 free cosmetic job, nose, boob, etc., courtesy of the Real You Surgical Clinic. 30 minutes to a better you. Inventory. Let's take a look at that other sale. Yeah, there we go. Grand reopening sale. Tomorrow at 9 a.m., the electronics shop will open its newly remodeled store and offer a veritable bonanza of bargains. Dongles, fax machines, remote control toys, stereos, vid phones, doohickeys, thingers, whatchamacallits, and much, much more. Be sure to check out the unbelievable prices on our own line of dandy products. Remember to bring your electronic shop credit card and plan to stay late. You won't believe the deals. Ooh, there's a credit card application.
Pre-approved electronic shop credit card application addressed to the previous occupant. Just needs to be signed, stamped, and mailed.
Well... if I combine the pen with... There we go. Then we combined the stamp with that. Yay! Success! And I guess they felt the need to give you points for doing things that you're supposed to do, because there is a point total. We should... Oh, hey, hold on.
The office was actually a dance studio before I moved in, and Latin dancing is a Murphy family tradition. The office was actually a dance...
What's... Oh, gun.
My gun. I love it so much! Old trusty sidearm. Been with me since the beginning. You want some of this, huh? Bam, bam! Hey, bam, bam, bam! Bam! Bam, bam! Bam! And you!
Good job.
Hey, Sonny, can you help me out? My girlfriend threw my gun out of the window. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, just pick it up and, hey, don't point that thing up here. That's not a toy, you know.
Oh my hell. No matter how bad things got, I always had my gun. Now I've lost that too. I have a feeling this is gonna be one of those days.
Okay. Alright, that's the closet. Doesn't he have another room? I thought he had another room. Maybe that's in later games.
This piece of art is called Two Whales on a Bender. CrimeLink Computer is the only valuable piece of equipment left in the office. By entering suspect information like height, weight, and hair color, I can access the suspect's personal files.
Well, we don't have any suspects or anything right now.
Spent weeks earning this baby. Best 20 bucks I ever spent.
Okay.
Toxic Taste is a novel by Lou G. Trundle, the only mutant popular enough to make the New York Times bestseller list. This here is my favorite desk drawer.
Liar.
This here is my favorite...
Okay. Alright, it does not appear that anything is left for me in the office. There might be.
This pure mountain spring water is indispensable, literally. I'm out of paper cups.
So I think for now, what I'm gonna go do is go mail... Well...
Great-great-grandpa Murphy made it through the Depression by teaching cha-cha lessons to rich older women. He made thousands before the authorities found out he had no formal training.
Alright, I think I'm gonna go mail my credit card application.
That's the door to the street.
That's where I want to
The
go.
air outside feels thick, like I'm breathing through a pair of dirty gym socks. It's a high radiation day. Most everyone will be staying inside, but I need to hunt for some work. I always like to start the day with the traditional PI breakfast. That hits the spot.
Okay. Do. Whoa! Hi, Chelsea!
Chelsea's a hot little number. I hear she's a mutant, but it doesn't show. The only weird thing about her is she won't go out with me. Chelsea Bando's the kind that could hold her own with anyone, but she has a way of turning my knees to jelly. She's a mutant just like everyone else in this part of town, but she's a real beauty.
Well, hello, stranger.
Tell me, gorgeous, has the new True Detective come in yet?
Yeah, but you gotta pay for it this time. Hey, when you finish a magazine, it is in no condition to sell.
Sure. Kick me when I'm down. You think it's fun being broke?
Well, you know, Tex, there just might be a job for you. Have you heard that Rook's place got robbed?
No, I didn't. What do you know about it?
Ask about...
Rook acts like a tough guy, but he's a softie. Just don't tell him that to his face.
Okay,
Yeah, you know, I remember Rook told me about the burglary. You know, I remember a stranger hanging around the past couple of days. It might be a dead end, but I seem to remember that the guy had these bright green eyes and a tattoo of an anchor on his arm. Sal's a handful. He's a nice guy, but I don't know, I feel kind of naked when he gives me the eye. I love Louis, but his friendliness doesn't fool me. He's a sharp one. He knows everything that's going on in this neighborhood.
Okay, well, we have details about somebody hanging around out here. Ah, here's what I need.
The Postal Service has gotten much faster since the stamp price went to $10. I should get my credit card back tomorrow morning.
Yay! Well, if Louis knows everything, maybe I should talk to Louis.
Well, this is a section of the Bay City Mirror. It's a weekly newsletter that covers local goings-on written by mutants for mutants. I'd subscribe if they had a comics page.
Okay. Burglaries baffle police. The total of inner-city pawnshop burglaries committed over the past 3 weeks now stands at 9. Zippy Cash, located at the corner of Jackson and Maple Streets, was broken into 3 nights ago. Pawnshop owner Urban Roby did not report the crime until this morning, thinking it was simply a practical joke played by his friends. Tragically, this was not the case. Of the 9 burglarized pawn shops, Zippy Cash was only the second not owned by a mutant. There's been some speculation that police are not actively investigating the crime since most of the victims are mutants. Mayor Linder, who is up for re-election later this year and will need the mutant vote to retain his position, has publicly called the police onto the carpet. Police Lieutenant Mac Malden, who is heading the investigation, denies that the police are dragging their feet. What we're dealing with here is some kind of master criminal. He just hasn't left us much of anything to work with. Lieutenant Malden is sure that the burglaries have all been committed by the same person. The MO's methods of operation have been almost identical. A girl goes to a pawn shop, hawks a piece of jewelry for a large amount of cash, then the shop is broken into that same night. Lieutenant Malden would not specify, but said that his team of detectives had some evidence and hoped to have some solid leads within the next few days. Really? Well, that's probably the most important. A senator committed to asylum. Okay, don't really care about that. That's not important to my case. Haiku to a taco. Softshell taco mine, what mean art thou concealing? What meat art thou concealing? Who cares? It's tasty. Sure. Need cash? An Oregon Trail Clinic, we pay at Oregon Trail Clinic. We pay up to $50 for any and all vital organs. We also pay market rates for arms, legs, and eyeballs. Are you a lefty who's short on rent? Bring in that right arm. Our friendly qualified staff happy to sever that limb, and you'll walk out moments later with a few extra dollars in your pocket. Hurry in and don't forget to ask about our frequent donor program. Okay. I knew that there would be some
Louis
funny
Lamintz
stuff
runs
in
the
there.
Brew and Stew, which is a local hangout.
Hey, Louis.
The Brew and Stew is run by Louis Lamintz, a bloated mutant with a heart bigger than his waistline. Everyone comes to Louis' cafe. So does all the street talk. If something's going on, Louis knows about it.
What can I do for you, Mike?
Nothing for me, Louis. I just dropped by to chat.
Okay. What's on your mind?
You don't know anyone who's in need of a highly skilled PI, do you?
Well, now that you mention it, have you talked to Rook today? He might have a job for you. Someone broke into his shop last night.
I talked to Rook before I came here. I'm not sure I'll take the case.
I did
Beggars
not.
can't be choosers, Mike. If you'll excuse me, I've got work to do. You should too.
Okay. Well, okay, I jumped the gun a little bit. Apparently, I was not supposed to go talk to Louis until I went and talked to Rook.
Rook Garner runs this pawn shop.
And I need to walk around. Ugh.
Rook Garner runs this pawn shop. He's a crusty old World War III vet with a face like a raisin and a tongue like a butcher's cleaver.
Hello, Rook.
What do you want, Murphy?
Is this a bad time for a visit?
That depends on whether you're here to help me or to irritate me.
Sounds like you're in the market for a PI.
I might be. Let me tell you the whole sordid story. Last night, someone broke into my pawn shop. I don't usually have anything of great value, but yesterday I gave out a fair amount of cash for an extremely valuable diamond bracelet.
How much is a fair amount of cash?
In this case, $8,000.
Damn.
Boy, that's a lot of clams, Rook.
Don't you think I know that? The bracelet was pawned by a young girl named Emma Nimpton. She said she hated to hawk a family heirloom, but had no choice. She said she would reclaim the bracelet in a month. Well, since the bracelet was worth 10 times the $8,000 I loaned her, it was a good deal for me.
Did you get any other information from this Emma Nimpton?
She left a phone number. I called her this morning, but the line is disconnected.
Have you contacted the police?
No, the police are a waste of time, and I can't afford to hire a decent PI.
Well, apparently you've forgotten that I'm a world-class PI.
I'd appreciate your help. I'm not a rich man, but if you find the bracelet, I'll owe you a few favors, which could come in handy. Come back here and I'll show you where they broke in.
Rook takes me out back and shows me where the burglar broke in. The back window is busted out and the latch is ripped. It's a sloppy job. As I start my investigation, I'm looking for information to enter into my crime-link computer back at the office. One thing's for sure, Emma Nimpton won't be one of the suspects' names. Every PI worth his salt knows that's not my name spelled backwards.
That's not my name. That's not my name. Anything in the trash can? I can't even look in it. Alright, well, that sucks.
Whoever uses these garbage cans is either a terrible shot or is saving them for that special piece of trash.
Okay, can't move that. There's a lot of cans around here.
These are empty jumbo-sized cans of Camel's chunky chocolate soup. Good.
Chocolate soup?
The empty bottles of chocolate syrup lying all around this alley all look like they've been licked clean. The empty bottles of chocolate...
That's disgusting. Chocolate soup. That's incredibly gross. Oh, hey, a footprint.
Looks like a shoe print is outlined in that sticky pool of something resembling chocolate. Footprint's about a size 14.
Alright, we got size 14 shoes.
Wow, a recyclable paper can. Finally, a glimmer of ecological responsibility. I didn't know Rook cared.
We got size 14 shoes, green eyes, and a tattoo
a
on his arm.
recyclable paper can. Finally, a glimmer of ecological...
Is there anything in here?
Wow,
Nope. Alright. Whee! Actually, hold on.
Oh, I would love to see my ex-mother-in-law squeeze through there.
Aha.
Oh, man! This dumpster smells like 20-year-old mayonnaise, and I ought to know. Well, I'll be darned. Except for the filth and stench, the interior isn't much different than the average studio apartment. In fact, it's nicely furnished. Someone's been living here, and I wonder if he saw anything. Oh, man! This dumpster...
Alright, well...
Well, I'll be darned. Except for the filth and stench,
Okay, somebody's been living there, which means they probably saw something. La-da.
The baby rum wrapper looks like it was left recently. Yep, still warm.
Huh. Okay. Da-da.
Whoever uses these
Is that something on the ground, or is that just water? Can't even look at it. Okay, well then,
Oh, I would love to see my ex... Oh, I would...
okay. Well, I thought it was gonna... Oh, I bet if I... Yeah, if I do that...
All hell has broken loose since the government stopped requiring products to display those give a hoot, don't pollute symbols.
Okay, Hi, Chelsea.
Chelsea's a hot little number. I hear...
Hi, Tex. How's the investigation going? Is there anything I can do to help? Wish I could help you there, Tex.
Okay.
The crusade is big. I mean, much bigger than most people know. They have operatives all over, and then these huge sections of the Norm population are joining. Well, they say it's a religion, but then they encourage the members to be violent and prejudiced towards others.
Alright, let's...
Rook Garner runs this.
So, Murphy, have you come up with anything yet?
I've got some clues, but I need some more information from you.
It makes me mad as hell that someone will break into the shop. I have a hard enough time making ends meet. It was a beauty. Encrusted with diamonds and rubies and inlaid with gold.
Okay, exit to... Well, let's
I don't know anything about that.
exit to street. Well, one thing we know that we can do is we can put some... We...
On the top floor of this place.
We can put some facts into the computer, see what we come up with.
CrimeLink computer is the only valuable.
We make it stick. Oh, crap. We know that the eye color was green. Shoe size was 14. We had an anchor tattoo. Unfortunately, that is not enough.
Oh, great. Another incoming message that won't print out. If I don't get a new fax machine, I'll be out of business.
Okay. It would appear that there are probably more facts
That's the
to
door to the
find
street.
in that alley. So, here we go. Ba da 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 da. Isn't there... Wait, hold on. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, God, the mouse.
Well, obviously, the window was broken from the outside. Shard of glass must have come from that broken window. Now we're starting to get somewhere.
Aha!
Looks like whoever broke into Rook's window left one of his hairs behind. Apparently, our burglar is a carrot top.
Okay. Now we know we got a redhead.
It's one of those basketballs they used to give away at Weenie World. 10 seconds left. Down by 1. Murphy has the ball. He fakes. He drives. It's a 360.
He's fouled. He fouled. I'm not... I thought this stupid... That really has nothing on it? Okay.
Whoa. This antique boombox worked. I bet it'd only play the Bee Gees. This old relic probably hasn't worked in years. Hey, there are batteries in here.
Oh, man.
Okay. Is there anything else to see? Easy, easy. Oh.
Like Rook always says, you can cut corners here and there, but there's nothing like a quality garbage can. Looks like a key of some kind.
We don't know where to, but that's all right. Fuzz nuggets. Oh, hey.
Oh, looks like Mr. Bum is home for the evening.
Yeah, what do you want?
Is this your, permanent address?
Actually, I have a summer home in Vale, but this spot keeps me in touch with the common people.
Speaking of being in touch, you didn't put the squeeze on the pawn shop, did you?
Are you implying that I had something to do with that robbery, punk?
No, I just thought you might have seen or heard something.
Well, maybe I did, maybe I didn't. But right now, I feel a chocolate fit coming on, so you could just run along.
I bet you... All right. Hold on. We go to Louie's. I could probably
Louis
get...
Laments runs the Brew and Stew, which is a local...
Bet you.
What can I get you?
You want to try a slice of my chocolate pie? I can get you a piece to go if you like.
Thank you. That was awfully nice of you.
He's one of the few norms besides you who's eaten here. Seems like a typical cop. A little dim, and not too concerned about what happens in the mutant sections of town. Rook's been robbed before, but he's never had anything really valuable taken. This is gonna set Rook back for a while. Too bad the cops have turned a blind eye. Rook told me about the bracelet, but I don't know anything more about it. Sorry, Mife. Can't help you there. Granny's a fireball. She and Sal opened the pizza place 7 to 8 years ago, and they've been fighting ever since.
Okay.
Rook's an ornery old cuss, but me and him are old buddies. We fought in the big war together. He's one person you can trust in these troubled times.
Okay, I think we got what we needed. We got a piece of chocolate for Mr. Bum.
Well, that's not gonna work.
Hey.
Oh.
Oh no, not you again. Look, I'll warn you right now, I'm almost out of chocolate syrup and I'm not in a good mood.
You know, I just might have something that will improve your ugly mood.
Is that so? Well, what? Ah, food of the gods. Ask away. Wish I could help.
That's not what I wanted to ask
I saw
about.
someone prowling around the back of the pawn shop last night. It was so dark, I didn't get a good look at him, but I could tell he was huge. Probably 6'3" or 6'4", about 300 pounds. Nope, don't know a thing about it. Rook, he leaves me alone. Can't ask for more than that. I think Chelsea used to fancy me, till she found out my only true love was chocolate. Damn near broke her heart. Sorry, can't help you with that. That big goon, he used to hassle me until I shared a quart of chocolate syrup with him. Now he lets me alone. The only time I ever see Sal is when he gets drunk and comes by to pick a fight. Then I kick his butt and send him on his way. I don't have much to do with her. They don't serve anything with chocolate in it at the pizza joint. Nice guy, good cook. Every National Feed a Bum Day, he brings me one of his award-winning chocolate pies. Ugh.
All right. I think we got what we needed. I guess we got a few more facts.
On the top floor of the...
All right, let's see what the old computer has.
Primelink computer is the only...
Okay, about 6'4". Still, okay, still 100 plus. Okay, we believe he has 2 eyes. Okay, still 100 plus. Huh. Well,
That's the door to the... Francesca Lucia.
Well, it's that handsome P.I. Tex Murphy. Have you come to take me away?
How'd you guess? You must have seen my white horse hitched to the railing out front.
Oh my, Mr. Murphy, you certainly know how to excite a girl.
Well, that's very nice of you to say, Mrs. Lucido. But I'm here on business.
Oh, pooh! All the business and no pleasure makes even a private dick a dull boy. What do you want? I heard that Rook's place got robbed. It scares me to death. There's so much crime in this part of the city. Can't help you, Tex. Me and Sal got married too young, and it's been up and down ever since. I've had enough of his drinking and the womanizing, and I divorce him in a second, but he's got a couple of buddies who are top lawyers. If I had some hard evidence of his screwing around, I could divorce him and get a decent settlement.
Let's see here.
Sorry, I don't know anything about that. Sorry. Ask me about something else. Rook is a tough old geezer. I've known him ever since we opened the Slice of Heaven back in '32, but I can't say I know him very well. Chelsea is a nicer girl. Sal tries to flirt with her, but she doesn't give him the time of day. I like Louis. He runs a nicer place, and I go over there and chat with him when the business is slow.
We really don't have a whole lot of information.
The Golden Gate Hotel was once known as the Waldorf of the Pacific. Its halls are still sturdy, and the walls have worn well, but there's nobody living inside. Ardo Newpop is a gigantic goon who works at the front desk at the Golden Gate Motel. Ardo's no rocket scientist. In fact, he probably doesn't even know what a rocket scientist is. My name's Tex, and I'm a PI. I'd like to ask you a few questions.
Okay. I think I already seen this show before anyway.
Captain Wallaby, your favorite show?
It's my third favorite show. My favorite is the Inspector Burns Fire Safety Show.
Why is that your favorite show?
'Cause fire safety is very important, and I want to grow up to be just like Inspector Burns.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, old Burnsy's the best. You know, we always play a little game called 20 Questions. You want to play?
Okay. I can answer some questions, but first I have to put on my fire hat because Inspector Burns' Fire Safety Show is going to be on pretty soon.
All right. Well,
I don't know what that is. I never heard nothing about that.
well, crap.
I don't know what that is. I heard about that, but I don't know what a crusade is. I went to his pawn shop because I thought he would have Inspector Burns action figures, but he didn't, and I got mad at him, so he probably don't like me. He's a nice guy, and I like to eat there because there's a TV. Ooh, Chelsea is pretty cool, because she's got good magazines and stuff. That's where I bought my Inspector Burns Fire Safety Manual. She's the lady who makes the best pizza. I eat at her pizza place all the time because I love it. I just want to be like my hero, Inspector Burns, because fire safety is very important. I never heard.
Okay, well, that's useless. He's not a whole lot of help. That's what it takes. I feel so dumb.
I haven't seen Mac Malden since the Martian Memorandum case. I remember him as a surly, incompetent, fat-nosed cop. As I step into his office, I can see he's changed. His nose is even bigger.
Well, if it isn't Tex Murphy. I figured you'd be dead by now.
No, not yet. Actually, I'm working on a case.
Sure you are. Probably a case of cheap scotch.
Tell you what, help me solve this case I'm working on and I'll buy you a scotch. And not the cheap stuff.
Bribing a cop, eh, Murphy? Get out of here now and I might not bust you!
Damn it!
I was
still the wise guy, eh?
Listen, I'm working.
You and me, the mayor's office.
So you and your...
Of course we have leads, you pots. We know he's a norm, Caucasian, and has AB negative blood.
There we go.
That narrows down our list of suspects to about 1 million. Now get out of my hair. I got work to do.
Yay! I did it. I pissed him off enough that he gave me clues.
CrimeLink Computer.
Okay. Yep. Okay, that's all good. No. Oh, hey, look at that. Mickey Flemm, male, 6'4". Yeah, okay. The whereabouts of Mick Flemm are unknown at this time. The SFPD are interested in questioning him about the recent disappearance and suspected murder of Rusty Clown. It is likely that Flemm and Rusty were working together when Flemm was arrested for illegally importing Asian novelty items. Flemm may have murdered Rusty to get revenge for letting him take the fall. This theory has been supported by a street informant, Beak Nares, who claims to have seen Flemm within the past few weeks. Nares reports seeing Flemm in an extremely intoxicated state, apparently hallucinating, saying that Rusty Clown's ghost was out to get him. Okay. Well, now I have names to go ask about.
That's the door.
Hey, Chelsea.
Chelsea's a hot little number. I hear she's a mutant, but it doesn't show.
What can I do for you, Tex?
Alright, let's ask about...
Sorry, I haven't heard anything about that. Oh yeah, I know Beak. If you want to talk to him, you might try hanging out around Coit Tower. I remember Rusty. He had a kid show on TV when I was young. I hated the show. That clown makeup always scared me.
Coit Tower, okay.
Oh.
Ask away. Nope, don't know a thing about it. Sorry, can't help you with that. Wish I could help. Nope, don't know a thing about it.
You've been extremely helpful as always, Mr. Bum.
Louis Lament.
Too bad
Ew.
you don't like fresh brains, mate. Hot off the grill. Sorry, mate. Can't help you there. He was a strange one. He had a show on TV for a while. Got pretty popular. Then he quit the show and went into business. He opened up a shop right up the street from here. I guess he wasn't a very good businessman. The shop went out of business within a couple of months. Then Rusty just disappeared. I heard he'd made some enemies in the novelty trade.
How do you make enemies in the novelty trade?
Sorry, mate. Can't help you there.
Alright, well, thanks, Louis. Do I have an option? Nope, I sure do not.
I walk up the steps to Coy Tower and spot a small figure lurking in the shadows. In the half-light, I can see only the person's profile, but it's definitely Beak. As I walk towards him, he glances around, then approaches me warily, like a vegetarian sizing up a pot pie.
Hello, Beak.
What are you staring at?
You must be Beak Nerys.
Huh? Yeah, that's me. But I ain't smelled you before. Who are you?
I'm a friend of Chelsea Bando. She told me I could probably find you nosing around up here.
Yeah, Chelsea. Good egg. Nice looker. So, what do you want?
She said you might give me a lead on who robbed Rook's pawn shop.
Maybe yeah, maybe no. What you gonna give me for the info? Okay, I can use this. My nose has started sagging lately. Makes it hard to breathe. Now, what kind of info you looking for, huh?
I mean, I figured that would work.
I think he's dead, and I'll bet Mick Flemm had something to do with it. Word was the two of them were smuggling illegal novelty items from Hong Kong, and Rusty crossed Flemm. Ever since Rusty disappeared, Flemm has had a terrible fear of clowns. Bozophobia. I once saw Flemm pretty drunk, and he said he had nightmares of Rusty's ghost coming back to haunt him from the grave. He was completely terrified. Mick Flemm's rap sheet would take a day to read. He's a fat scum, and he's an idiot to boot. That's why he's always getting caught. He's been busted for burglary, mail fraud, arson, you name it. Everyone knows he operates out of the Snow White warehouse, but don't tell him. The bracelet is the bait Mick Flemm uses for the pawn shop robberies. Anyone with a hunker like that can't be all bad. Malden's no rocket scientist, but I hear that he's not on the take. I've helped him out a couple of times, so he leaves me alone. Rook's pawn shop was robbed by a two-bit crook named Mick Flemm. He and his girlfriend have knocked off half a dozen pawn shops over the past month. The girl goes to a pawn shop and hawks a bracelet for a decent amount of cash. Then Flemm breaks into the pawn shop and steals the bracelet, along with anything else he finds. Big trouble. It's causing mutant blood to boil, and I don't want to be around when the bullets start flying. I know a little about him. Runs a pretty successful PI business.
Okay.
If Flemm is working out of this warehouse, it looks like he got careless. The door's unlocked. If this is Mick Flemm's hangout, he'll probably be back soon. I better try and set some sort of trap for him.
Not yet.
That door leads to the... It's all locked up. The only way I'm gonna get inside is by using my innate cleverness or ingenuity, or maybe a key. Well, that's not gonna work.
What?
Well, that's not gonna work. Well, that's not gonna work.
Really? The key. The only key that I have is not gonna...
It's all locked up. The only way I'm gonna get inside is by using my innate cleverness or ingenuity, or maybe a key. Well, that's not gonna work.
Well, what the hell then? You're telling me that the key, the one and only key that I have in this freaking game,
Looks like a welcome mat, but when it's on the doorstep of a novelty shop, you can never be too careful.
Aha!
Rusty the Clown's novelty shop. Closed down a... Whoa, a key.
Hey, now we can get in.
Rusty the Clown's novelty...
Well, okay.
Just a couple of...
Really? Okay, empty boxes. Empty boxes. Ooh.
Cool. Plastic dart crossbow. It'll make a nice addition to my non-violent weapon collection. Maybe this key fits in that employees only door. Well, I have no idea what I'd ever do with a stacking ring, but what the heck. Whoa! For a second there, I thought someone had decapitated Inspector Burns and left his head on the floor. What a great mask.
Yeah, it sure looked like it stood out, didn't it?
Apparently, Rusty was very fond of empty cardboard boxes. It's a Rusty Clown life-size doll. Wow. It's a dead ringer for... Oh, no pun intended. Looks like some kind of in-house television.
Hi, kids, it's me, Inspector Burns. And as we all know, fire can be our friend, but fire can be our foe. So many times, fires start so carelessly. And what can fires do? Fires burn you. Never, never light matches. No, no, no. Fire is dangerous. Fire made me look like this. Do you want to look like me? No, no, no. Don't look like Inspector Burns. Don't play with matches.
Don't look like
Inspector Burns. I always thought he was a freak, but the kids love him. So does Ardo.
So does Ardo. Alright, well. Oh, wait a minute. Wait. Oh, that's nothing. I thought it was like a note. Alright.
If I can unlock this door, I may be able to go where only...
What do we have in here?
A plastic suction dart can be formidable ammo in the hands of an expert like myself.
Okay. Ooh, a balloon.
A balloon strategically located near the water faucet. Looks like Rusty didn't go down without a fight. Why in the world would Rusty keep a barrel of toxic acid?
Well, found out what happened to Rusty.
Oh, lordy. So this is where Rusty ended up. What a way to go. I'm willing to bet he didn't crawl in here on his own. Someone murdered him. Posters in here tell you more than you'd ever care to know about film processing.
Ooh, hello. Have I found everything in here? I don't know. Hmm. Is there anything back here?
These weapons are all made of plastic. All bark and no bite.
Just checking for like secret panels or something. You know, that type of thing that you do. Alright, well, despite the creepy masks, I think that's all we got.
That door leads out to the street. If Flemm is working out of this. That rusty doll isn't gonna scare Flemm unless I can get it to move around somehow.
Huh?
Well, that's not gonna work.
Oh, here we go, here we go. Yeah, there we go.
The heavy footsteps I hear must be Flemm. Luckily, my rusty trap's all set. I'll need to find a hiding place as close as possible to the pulley control box. When Flemm least expects it, I'll throw the pulley lever and bring Rusty back from the dead. So,
It's me, Rusty Kids, and I'm here. Mommy's come back.
Well, he left a couple of things here.
damn, I'm good. This has to be Rook's bracelet. Mick ran off without his keys. I'll bet at least one of these will come in handy. A locked box within a locked box. It must contain something worth having. What do we have here? Unless I miss my guess, this is jade, and it's good quality too.
Well, okay then. I've solved the case.
That door leads to the street.
I'm telling you, it's impossible. It can't be done. I've tried everything.
The prophecy is very clear. We can't go on until this step is completed. Surely your unique skills give you opportunity?
My ability has gotten us nowhere. Capricorn got there before me. They're always one step ahead of me. It's like they can read my mind.
We can't let them stop us. Maybe we can use your skills on someone else. I've made inquiries, and if he hasn't gotten himself killed, maybe he's just what we need. Murphy. Tex Murphy.
Okay, well, that is actually a excellent place to go ahead and stop the video here, because we got through day one. We solved the case. Woohoo! We are great detectives, even though I had to use one hint. But hey, you know, I got stuck. I admit it. Like I said, it's been quite a while since I've played, and it happens. You don't always remember everything. I knew you could travel, but I forgot, like, going to the cop and getting him pissed off enough to give you a clue was the way to go. So, sue me! But anyways, I hope you enjoyed this. Like I said, we're hitting that way back machine and making our way through this game. It's a short one, probably only going to be a couple of videos on this, but that means it's time for everyone to do those YouTube things by liking, sharing, subscribing, and commenting on the video to help out the channel. I'll see everybody next time.